Hello, it's me, Josh Hunter. I'm currently in Santa Monica, California. I got a couple of things I'd like to say. First thing is I'd like to. Sorry, it's been a very long day. I've done a lot of thinking, and I don't know. I feel like an amateur today. Like I feel like I don't know. I thought I was like I always have this idea that I'm top notch, and I don't know. Today I realize I'm not like I don't know. I have like a chosen field, okay, and it's hard for me to say it, but I think that I'm pretty good at it. But I've seen today that I'm not like I don't know. I feel like I always thought like I was like Anyway, okay. So I want to introduce a new term. Damn it. Two things to say, and I forgot one of them. All right. I'll just start with one, and maybe I'll pick it up later on. Okay. So there's this. Oh. Now I'm just gonna wait. We're just gonna have to wait. We're gonna wait for me to figure it out. You got nothing to do. I got nothing to do. So we can just sit here and just fucking be quiet for a little bit, right? All right. I'll start it, and I'll see if I can remember the other thing. All right. So there's this term. Hang on. Yeah, there's this term called like ship, right? When something's like really popular, I don't know if this is still the case. I heard this a couple of times, and when you say something is like popular, I haven't looked it up. I only heard it, but I don't know. I need to define it, I guess. Something's really popular. Say, oh, ship it or something, right? It's like that's ship or whatever. So I came up with this new term. When you come across it, so generally shipping, that's like a mark of approval. It's like, hey, ship it. It's like ship it. That's how you say it, right? I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume that I'm right. So the term that I came up with is called. Sorry, it's been a very long day. I believe that I'm at my best, and so sometimes I think you need like crappy videos just to pay for like the better ones. I think anyway. I had some pretty good videos actually. Been going over my previous. I look really tired. I am really tired. Look at this. Look at this. You need any help carrying those bags, sir? Oh man. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay. So anyway, there's this concept. I'm pretty sure people have thought about this before. There's this concept that I've been thinking of. I think I call it a supermind. A supermind. Now, in various science fiction stories and other things, there's this thing which is sometimes referred to as a hive mind. It's where everybody thinks in like one singular mind. And I believe there's an example of this in Rick and Morty. One of Rick's ex-girlfriends, I think her name is Unity. He's like the boyfriend to like the whole planet or something, or the population or something. So I was thinking, I've been having this issue because I've trained myself for very many years to believe in like an all-knowing presence, like a God type being, but I can't find, you know, I don't know. I can't find can't really find the resolve to believe in that anymore. And I'm not like bitter or anything. I mean, I did my best, and I don't know. I can't. So every now and then, though, I'll still like want to say like words of encouragement, words of blessing, but I just don't know who I'm praying to or who I'm like believing in. So I came up with this term called a supermind, and it should replace, you know, someone's understanding of God, because a super, and this obviously, if you have a super mind, it's more about taking all things into consideration. and knowing that a supermind is going to be doing like real thinking, whereas God has plans. Supermind doesn't have intent or desire. A mind, if I'm not mistaken, is simply designed to think, to process, and to understand. Like a robot or a computer, I would say. And I think a supermind. So you say, what? All right. So what is a supermind? Like, what would you? Because I'm trying to find something that I can believe in, right? Like, because the ground that I'm standing on is not like particularly strong, or I mean, I carry myself, to. Anyway, so a supermind could be interpreted in very many ways, but where we have thought, okay, where human beings are typically accustomed to thinking, the supermind would be, I guess, above that, or the sum total of that. The sum total of all minds, which should be above where all the minds are, I think. So if all of our thinking goes on one level, let's if all the thinking that we do occurs like on one plane, let's say, the supermind would be on the plane just above that, but it would be like a sum total, the sum total of all minds, which would be concerned with real processes. If the mind's purpose is to think and process, like that's what it does, it will do what it can to but the thing is, like, whenever they depict these hive minds and these super minds or whatever, it always seems to end up being so cold and calculating. I believe the supermind would be, in considering all possibilities and all inevitabilities, I suppose. Do you hear that, Mr. Ed? Oh, sorry. Man, can't believe that. Anyway, so the supermind is something that you can believe in and pray to, and you don't really you assume that whatever happens as a result of your praying to and believing in the supermind would be ultimately to your benefit, and it's not going to be influenced by anger or hate, which would mean it's not necessarily influenced by love either, by a general description of love. And so I don't want to call this a god. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of this guy. His name's Cupid, right? I'm trying to bring back, like, I don't want to bring back like all the gods, all the old gods, but I definitely want to bring back Cupid. And what I've been reading is he never had like his own temple, and I thought maybe this is what I need to do. I need to get Cupid his own temple. So I would like to classify this supermind as an aspect or a weapon of Cupid. And I don't know if you can give gifts to gods. I don't know what that'd be like, but I'm going to see if this, because people need something to believe in. And I get the sense that, some of the things that they believe in may not hold up in this world that we're headed to. So I've come up with a couple of ideas that people can believe in, and I've listed them in several of my videos. They're kind of more like scaffolding. I mean, you'd have to make it your own. But I think if Christianity collapses for some people, if Islam collapses for some people, if Judaism collapses, meaning that people can no longer lead the lives where those beliefs are practical, I think there should be something in place to catch them. So I've put forth a couple ideas on this channel. The kickback equilibrium, which I've discussed, my 4 operations, which I do sometimes mention. It's the preservation of infrastructure, preservation of needful structures, to contrive, to never have to do anything, and to never become dependent upon guessers. And this is just like a basic framework for morality and ethics. But people need a type of personification as well, something that they can relate to and feels the same as they do. So for some reason, I don't recall why, I just started thinking about Cupid, and I did some research, and I think this guy's all right. And so I want to bring Cupid back into the forefront, and I want him to have his own temple, and I want people to be able to go someplace and pay homage, however you pronounce that, to Cupid, and give like like in the old days, like you'd give offerings to the gods. I think we should give offerings to Cupid, and I would like to have, because some people may not be enough to believe in Cupid or his personification. So I've also now recently come up with this idea. It's called a supermind, and this can be an aspect of Cupid, because no one really considers Cupid a thinking person or whatever. It's just like, oh, shooting arrows and now you like the person. Oh, it's love. But if you couple it with the concept of a supermind, something that is geared specifically towards thinking and processing efficiently, it gives a depth to Cupid that we might not necessarily. So it's like a custom temple type thing. And so I think people should, since they're knocking down all these statues, we got to put something in there. We got to put something in their place. If there's more room, let's come up with some new statues. There's nothing, Cupid's about love and stuff, right? I think. So, maybe Cupid's supermind or whatever. But obviously this is my own. Anyway, so if you need, because you pray to Cupid specifically about love and love related issues, okay? All the other stuff you don't particularly, if you need a career or something, or fucking a car, then you pray to Cupid would be pointless. So in order to make Cupid more attractive, I want to give him this supermind aspect. So you pray to him for this, and the supermind can kind of help out with other things. So that's the supermind. I may describe it in better terms at a later date. The second thing, so anyway, this other term that I came up with is called, because the word ship is popular, I think, right? It's where you say something's oh, ship it, it's good. It's a new slang I just learned. I don't know if I learned it accurately. So I was saying, if there's a place where there are a lot of things that you like, that a lot of things that are awesome and really neat, you would call it a shipyard. Okay, with a lot of things that are oh, dude, there's so many fucking awesome things here. You call that a shipyard, and I think that's pretty nice. That's cool. And there's a third thing. Now, wait for that. It's a bit much. Wait. Sorry, I felt my tone just now when I just said I thought that's kind of I don't know, I was being too glad at my own realization, I'm so smart that I realized this, and I didn't like that, so I thought I'd say that. I thought it was a little naked, nude, I think. Well, not nude, anyway. So, these are the things that I believe will contribute to a general stabilizing effect upon various chaotic situations. Not immediately, obviously. For some people, maybe. If they've really had enough and they're not really concerned about how they feel about what you're talking about, just to be if it works or if it doesn't work. I don't know about you, but I don't know. Are prayers still working these days? Are people's prayers being answered? I haven't been aware of that. I haven't seen anything where oh, I prayed about this and it happened. But I know the manifestations seem to be working with the visualization. People are still on with that. I don't know. I don't know. But as far as so yeah, that's basically it. It was a pretty rough day. I had a very good workout, I guess you would say. The realm in which I exist is testing to see if I'm gonna fucking lose my grip on reality. Because today I feel I was shown. I was really shown what of a novice I am. I said amateur earlier, and I guess I could still be a novice as well. But I don't know. I know that when I'm out of my league is what I'm saying, because all this time I'm walking around oh, I'm top notch. But clearly, you got to have some type of a network or something. When it's just you, it's oh, what the fuck is this guy? Shoot program, 24-hour lockdown. All right. Thanks for watching.